Sarajishvili is following the classical French technology according to which wine brandy spirits should be aged in oak barrels. This aroma is called angel's share by French people. These oak barrels are not waxed, so we say that the barrel breathes. The spirit inside the barrel constantly has connection with air. Spirit evaporates. The aroma of the spirit increases, so this evaporated spirit becomes angel's share. So more is angel's share, more is our loss, but more is angel's share, better quality will be the final product. David Sarajishvili was a famous public figure, a scientist, and in general he was a patriot of his country. He loved Georgia and he was always thinking about Georgia, how to develop this country. He was born in Tebilisi in 1848 in a financially powerful family. His parents decided to invest money in his education, which was a very rare thing in Georgia in the 19th century. After finishing school in Tbilisi, he went to St. Petersburg University, where he studied on the Faculty of Natural Sciences. He was a very educated person. He could speak like many different kind of languages. And as he was a very motivated and very talented person, it appears that St. Petersburg was not enough for him. So after St. Petersburg, he's moving to Germany, where he continues his studies, first in Heidelberg and after in Munich universities, as a doctor of, and finished as a doctor of chemistry and philosophy. In 19th century, David thought that like Georgia is full of grapes and full of fruits, and he thought that it would be a good idea to develop this alcohol field in Georgia. In 19th century, mostly we had two kinds of drinks in Georgia. First was wine, Georgian wine, and the other one was cha-cha, Georgian vodka. And at this time, David Sarajishvili appears to be in the center of Europe, in Germany, where he found out a big assortment of different kinds of drinks. He started to research these drinks. During his research, he loved the taste of cognac, and he also found out that cognac is the only hard drink which is made from white grape juice. He also found out that cognac is a French product and can only be produced in France, in only Cognac region, from only 3 kinds of varieties of grapes and nowhere else in the world. He left everything in Germany and he's moving to France to study more about cognac. In France, he became friends with the founder of the famous brandy cognac producing company, Camus, with Jean-Baptiste Camus, and he was working with him for 2 years, and they became really good friends. And after Camus shared this process of cognac making with him, and after 2 years, David thought that this whole thing about cognac being only French was a little bit exaggerated by French people. And he thought that Georgia is full of grapes and we have more than 500 local varieties of local grapes. And how it would not be possible to find even one variety of grape which would be close to the cognac production and close to the taste of cognac. So he hired the technologists from France and from Georgia also, and these grape varieties were very easily founded in Georgia. These are 5 grape varieties from which we make our spirits nowadays also. So these grape varieties are Chinuri, Goruli Mtswane, Tsitska, Tsolikauri, and Katsiteli. 5 grape varieties. So in 1880, David's father dies and he moves back to Georgia. Here he is already getting ready to build the factory. Everything was imported from France. Equipment for the factory, labels, corks, bottles, even oak barrels were imported from France. And Camus helped him and he sent everything to him. He even sent the technologists to help him out in the beginning and a small amount of spirit to compare in the beginning. So, the company was founded in 1884 and the first bottle of brandy was produced in 1887. David Sarajishvili was the first person in the whole Russian Empire who officially started producing cognac, who officially proved that his drink, the drink he was producing, was cognac, and who officially wrote on his bottle cognac. And I'm not saying that the liquid inside, the cognac itself, was better than French cognac, but it was almost like French cognac, and the price was much lower than French cognac's price. Like the sales were like biggest by the time, like about 10 million bottles a year. In 1909, the decree by French government was released, according to which like only beverage which was made in cognac region only from 3 varieties of grapes could bear the name cognac and nothing else in the world. So now we are not allowed to call it cognac, and we call it brandy. In 1921, during the Soviet Union, it was nationalized and it was called Tebilisi Brandy Factory. In 1954, the factory where we are right now, it was built in 1954, and all the spirits from different regions of Georgia were gathered here in this factory. In 1994, the factory was privatized again by the businessman Sarajishvili, which is the owner of the factory nowadays too, and the name Sarajishvili returned back to the company. So, the uniqueness and the advantage of our factory is that we have a big stock of old spirits. The oldest spirit we have by now was distilled in 1893 by Sarajishvili himself, and the other oldest one we have was distilled in 1905, also by Sarajishvili himself. So the spirit from 1893 is like 121 years old by now. This old spirit, maybe it's very hard to find in the world, this kind of old spirit. For example, when French people age spirit, they add water to it time by time to decrease the 60 degree spirit to 40 degrees, like time by time. But this spirit we have, like nothing touched it during these 121 years. Nothing was added to it, only this oak wood. So, in this barrel we have this spirit from 1893. Only in this barrel by now, like before all of these old spirits, all of the old spirits were here in the barrels, like before, it was still evaporating, right? So it was a big loss, and these spirits were really unique and really priceless, and it's really our treasure. So we decided to move all these spirits to the special glass vessels where this aging process is stopped. Of course, but of course the evaporation is also stopped and we don't have any more loss. So by now all of the oldest spirits are moved to the special glass vessels and are kept in the special room which is called Paradise. A historical moment.
We're very lucky to taste this because I mean this is the last barrel for
spirit, 60 degree spirit, and here is already the final product, 40 degree brandy. All the barrels have its passports, so you can see on that what blend it is and when was it poured in the barrel. The process of brandy making is called blending, and 4 components take part in this process. The first component is of course the spirit from different regions and different ages. The second component is softened water to decrease this 60 degree spirit to 40 degrees. The third component is sugar syrup to give it a little sweetness, and the fourth component is caramelized sugar to give it a little color. But these are for younger spirits. The spirit we drink now, 121 years old spirit, it does not need any sugar syrup or caramelized sugar. But these are international standards, and this is how the cognac is made also in cognac region. These four products are mixed together during 4 or 5 hours in the special blender mixer. After this, it is filtered and it is poured in these big oak barrels. Brandy stays here minimum 1 year. This is the minimum. We say that the brandy rests here. This whole assimilation process happens between these 4 components. And after minimum 1 year, it is filtered once again and it goes straight to bottling department. These barrels are in decaliters. 1 deciliter is 10 liters. So for example, this barrel is 5,950 liters. And the biggest barrel we have here is like 12 tons.